shiny liquor bottles, just what you'd expect inside her new Balenciaga. Viral mess, turn dreams into an empire, self-made success.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a quick discussion on the World Test Championship Final. So I guess to kick things off, Naba, what did you think about the game overall? What did you think? Obviously there was some, a couple of factors like raining, days being shortened and things like that. But overall, what did you think of the game?
Well, I think overall, first of all, after all this rain and all those excuses, and like everyone's saying, how could the ICC put in England? How could they do that? At the end, I think we got the best game between the best two sides, and the right winner won the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything went correctly. So actually, at the end, hats off to the ICC. Really, they did the right thing. Like the tournament, it was in decent. I mean, it was supposed to be in Lords, but I know COVID sort of screwed that up. But overall, it was a good game, good pitch. There was something in it for everyone, and it was
Except the India bowlers.
I mean, Shami bowled a little bit. Yeah. There was a real tight tussle between bat and ball. I think the first three innings, the scores, the run rates were like 1.8, 1.7, and players like Kohli are getting like 40 off 140. It's very tough. So I think it was a really good game. And I think it was perfectly summed up at the end by Nasser Hussain. I think it was Nasser Hussain who said, "Sometimes nice guys do finish first." And that was really good to see. A team like New Zealand, who are full of nice blokes, actually won. You'd have to be a dickhead to win the game.
Yeah.
So called. So
no, I think it was a great, definitely like a pretty good test match. It was consistently had its ups and downs. But it was really good to see that, good guys don't necessarily always finish last. So, so I guess, what did you think about I guess if you start off, what did you think about India's batting?
India's batting, their first innings was anchored by the likes of Kohli and Rahane. Of course, that partnership was pretty decent. Actually, the opening partnership was pretty decent.
Yes.
But that was the only period when New Zealand's bowling wasn't good. In that opening session. After that, their bowling was relentless. I mean, it was really good. But on the batting, Kohli batted very well in their first innings. It was a really good knock. Rahane also batted very well, but it was a really, really bad way to get out. How he just fell straight into Magnus' trap. Literally just like said, "Here, hit it there," and he hit it right there. Next ball. But other than that, I think a huge thing to say is that India's tail did not wag at all compared to New Zealand's. I think they was matching up the stats. I think India's got like 10 and 12, and New Zealand's, they didn't have to ban the second innings, but first innings they got like 6.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling.
I thought the New Zealand bowling was quite spot on.
Yeah,
it was relentless, and they never let India get away at all, which was really good to see. It was really like first class bowling. It was top effort in the field and with their bowling efforts. Look, I guess moving on, if we talk about New Zealand's batting, what did you think of New Zealand's batting?
As in the first innings?
The first innings,
the first innings was Conway. I mean, what a find he's been. 3 games, and he's looked like one of the best bats in the world.
It's looking a bit easy for him at the moment. He's looked really comfortable, to be honest, against 2 good bowling attacks. It's been great for him. He's someone to look out for, that's for sure.
He's performed extremely well. And Ken Williamson, man of the moment. So many people before this game were saying, he doesn't score runs against big teams, he doesn't score runs in England, he averages blah blah blah. Kohli's like way better, Smith's way better, but look who's come to it. He got 52 in the second innings, I think, and first innings he got a really crucial 49. It was really anchored there, and him and Kohli were sort of par in the first innings, but second innings Williamson came out. But first innings wise, Conway and Williamson really good, and a good tail wag by Saudi, especially big 6 hitting.
Definitely. Look, I thought if I talk about a little about the India's bowling, I thought that they seemed a bit unpenetrating at times. They were able to build dots, but the ball, like they weren't getting much defensive pressure on the New Zealand batsmen. So what I mean by that is that there wasn't too many like plays and misses and stuff like that from the New Zealand batsmen. There might have been discipline in the line of length, but it just seemed like the ball wasn't quite moving as much for them for some reason. I don't know. It's just the way when I was visually looking at it, it just looked like it wasn't moving that much for India for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure why, but it just looked like it just wasn't moving a lot. Which made batting probably a little bit easier for New Zealand, but it still was a good tussle. No one scored very quickly throughout the whole game, so the bowling was high quality, and it wasn't a very high scoring game as we've seen.
No.
But yeah, look, India's bowling, was good. I think Burma might be a little bit disappointed. He couldn't probably do a little bit more damage there.
Yeah.
I thought he bowled not too bad, but maybe a touch short, possibly. Yeah, I thought he might have been just a touch short. That's why probably wasn't able to get as many breakthroughs. But yeah, look, it's tough. Like both of these, well, India hasn't played Test cricket for a bit, so yeah, New Zealand obviously their balls are warmed up, ready to go because they just had this series against England. But really, like the lines and notes on both teams' bowling was quite good. What else did you want to mention? Is there anything else you want to mention before we wrapped up this video?
Well, I mean, India's huge collapse in the second innings was pretty bad, but I think a huge word to Kyle Jamieson, who is my favourite bowler going around. I mean, and then that was before this match. This was a while ago. I already told him basically the first time I saw him. I thought this guy's going to be a really good bowler. And he's been on top of Virat Kohli for a while now. I think he's gone 3 or 4 times. And he got him both times this innings, 7 for 60 off about 45 overs this game. Just outstanding. I mean, swings it both ways, nips it, and he's, 8 foot tall. So, and he can bat too.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he averages like 35 for a prolonged period?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing for New Zealand.
Yes, definitely, yeah. Sort of, does that wrap up what, was there anything else you want to cover, or?
Yeah, I think that mainly covers everything. I guess just the final word on Williamson and Taylor wrapping it home for them. I couldn't see a better partnership or better two people.
It's just so iconic for them, right? Yeah. It's like their 2 most prolific run scorers.
Exactly, yeah.
Got the most crucial runs. And, there was a bit of criticism on Ross Taylor, but you know what? When it came down to it, when you need your players to stand up, he stood up and he took in charge and he scored those crucial runs in the run chase. Which is almost worth 20 or 30% more, to be honest, when you're chasing on the 6th day. So yeah, it was great to see that, and yeah, it was just very memorable to see that those two secured it for them. So,
yeah, it reminded me a lot of when Matthew Hayden and Justin Langer won the 5-0 Ashes, and Langer retired, and then he gave him a kiss on the forehead. Oh yeah, this is that sort of partnership between these two. They've been I don't know what you can say.
The engine room.
Yeah,
right?
Basically. The engine room of New Zealand for a long time. They are the 2 highest scorers New Zealand ever. So it's really good for that. Yeah,
it was great to see. Anyway, I guess that wraps up our video. Let us know what you think in our comments below. Until next time, see you guys later.